to the Harith or Novaria, then they will be getting out by the gliding wind. Maybe that's the reason they went for the Esmeralda pick. But it's went good. I mean, Esmeralda was not a bad pick at that point. The bad pick, I will say, it was a Fedrin just because Xbox was open at that point, and they didn't even flinch for a second, thinking of for a second that we will not go for Xbox. They saw the Fedrin, they went for the Xbox direct. The counter was on for them. That's why I mean, you need some. I mean, if you are going for some hero, at least take out his counter or just take it for your side. I mean, whenever we see a Harith Phobias pick, but right now, Kalea again getting respect by the Husseina because of the first set. And here we are in the third set. This is the final match of this BO3 series between Team Dakusena versus Team Special Grade. This Swiss stage is going on, and one team will be winning the glory. I mean, winning the Mythic Showdowns Swiss stage match on, and will be into the 2-0 bracket. So let's see who it will be. But before that, Matilda this time will not be open. As per the last time, it was the biggest mistake done by Special Grade. Leaving that Matilda went for that Badang Asuya. Did the Badang pick work for them? And now will they go? Will they go for Badang again?
Maybe it's the Badang curse. Whichever team picks up the Badang, they just lose. Well, keeping that aside, we did know that it was Delhi server for Dakusina in the previous game, and we did see that how impactful that can be because right 2 minutes into the game, Irithel was taken down. The rotation and gank was immaculate coming from them. And yes, of course, the draft had some issues on the side of Team Special Grey. And I believe that the Badang was actually playing good, and it was even working out in the early game. Just like I said, Ashma is pretty strong in the early, but once the anti-heals are made, she isn't that good, because right now it is like the more CC you have, the highly the victory is in your favor. And of course, the DS had the CC, they had the burst potential, and meanwhile, Special Grade didn't have much CC, they did not have burst potential, they did not, no safety for the marksman. Meanwhile, for the side of Team Dakusita, how well the Harith was protected. So that speaks volumes in itself. But this is the third game and the final game. This is the match point which will decide that which team will be going in further ahead in this tournament.
Yep. And here you go. We are seeing that Joy ban again and again. This time again, we will see, but Dakusena will be taking it out. I mean, I don't know. Joy became so much ban favorite nowadays that people are banning her out again and again. Not even the Fanny is getting banned in a single match. We have, I mean, in this two matches, even this match as well, Fanny being open in these three matches is kind of saying me that Dakusena and Special Grade Jungler don't know Fanny maybe, but Glue, that was a literal ban. Is a respect ban for those for Dakusena EXP player. He was literally played well with that Glue. I mean, capturing and initiating the fight was the only thing Glue should do, and he was doing the perfect thing of the Glue, and then capturing the match as well. And right now, here we are in the third set. Basha will be open and will be taken out by Dakusena. Florin being open right now. What will happen, Pichi? Florin.
Should be capitalized. I feel like Dakusena will be the ones who would be taking it, but at the same time, it's special grade. They can pick it up. If they pick it up, it's going to be a very good pick. Pair it up with the marksman, with Sanson, is going to work in very very well. So I am curious to know if special grade is really going to catch it on or not. And at the same time, Novaria would be might or might not this time because there is a Baksha front lane and they don't have to get as much as. But it does speak, these two picks will be telling in. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Florin in the match. Finally, let's go. So, what will Team Dakusena pick? Because they need to pair it up with some kind of a healer. They cannot go in something for 8. They don't have a Kalia as well for the tanky pick. So maybe the Gatot Kacha works, but again, I want to see the Gatot onto the EXP.
Yup, and we're gonna see that. I mean, the Florin was a big threat with the Baksha being around. So that capitalizing it, what you said was totally right on to the point. And Lucas was also there. So Lucas being right now into their team. Are we gonna see a Valentina? Because it must. Okay, okay, everything's happening in the way. Dakusena with the Valentina pick right now, going for this Lucas, and it's a great counter. We all know. And again, funny Valentine with his Harith for the third time We saw how the Harith channeled it out in the last match, but this time he will be taken out maybe because of that Lucas being there. He's a great backline diver. He can go and take on the Harith easily. Let's see how it goes for special grade. But the last pick from them, will it be a Phobius? No.
Well, I was just hoping for a carry pick because Baksha is a threat. He is, he is actually really hard to kill. He dominates pretty well right from the early game, and since Yamraj has picked up on the Valentina, too strong early in the hands of Team Dakusina right now. The same goes for special grade. We have the Florin as well as the Lucas Com, but Florin really needs that flask of OSs before she can actually make some difference in those team fights, or else she will be pretty easy fodder for them. So because Carrie would have been banned out in the later phase, I think picking her up is a good option. But then again, now they need to make sure that the carry is safe. Like Irital, at least she can reposition herself. Carrie's range is shorter, and yeah, she cannot move, she cannot reposition. So they need to make sure that in this game, at least, they make sure that the marksman is protected well and is pretty safe. But then again, towards the late game, if Fanny Valentine is all formed up, they need to make sure that even Harrod they have something which can lock down the Harrod, or else the carry will be one or two shorted down with the amount of gold and damage this guy has. And like the picks look to be pretty good. Then once again, Valentina mainly she is so OP here right now because not only she can counter the Lucas, also has the ultimate. The ultimate, the reason why Florian is so hard sought out after the purification, the anti-heal removal for a few seconds. So she has that, but then Ash, do you think will Yamraj go in for a completely burst build with Valentina? Or since she is planning to take up that ult from Lucas, she will go a semi tank?
Yeah, I think he will be into the burst build because I saw him playing this Valentina again and again, and he was being in the burst build, having the holy crystal into his hand, the penetration build, and he can go to the backliners and he can dive onto them. But carry being there is actually a question in the late game how it goes because in the early game I think Harith will be having the upper hand, and Basha will be countering the Florin. We all know the anti-heal properties of Basha is a lot, and he can easily take out that Florin, but we all know about the unlimited hill, which we always hear when a Florin comes in a rank or in a classic or in a tournament. The unlimited hill. This thing is on to the Florin. That orb will be on to the Lucas, so it will be hard for them. But again, the Badang curse, which was, as we are mentioning in the previous section, we're gonna see this Badang again in the special grade. I don't know, Pichi. Is there any? I mean, people are hating Phobius, or they don't want this Phobius just because he doesn't have a skin.
Thing though, we need it. On, come on, listeners, if you guys are hearing it, please, this man really deserves it. But I don't see any floor. The phobias coming down special grade once again. It could have been such a good pick against the Harrod, but they are not capitalizing. But this time around, they do have the carry. The carry does have the damage to get it on, but the problem is, as Asia mentioned, repositioning is going to take a lot of time, and they are heavily dependent onto the heels and heavily dependent on the Barang to deal the sets. And let's not forget the Lucas trying to jump in as well. But Dakusena are all ready for that, counters. The flank will be there. The flank is just to catch them off guard, especially for the carry.
Yes, and I think Louis being there, diversion will be a great thing with the Lucas. We all know the teleportation do works with the Lucas, just like the chip play as well, but they didn't prioritize the chip. But Xbox ban literally got vested down. I mean, you know what? They thought that Basha will be in the room, but chip came out of the syllabus. And Gatotkacha, I do feel like Pichi Dakusena is having stronger lineup this time again because of three tanky members. But Carrie, the tank killer, is there. She gonna take it out from the late game. We're gonna see that soon. But in the match, this is the third game, guys. A do or die set for both the teams. Are you all excited? Are you all ready? Because this is the last match of tonight as well. So Do subscribe the channel. Don't forget to like the stream, share the stream to your friends. Let them know that the third match is kicking off between Dakusena versus Special Grade, two of the best teams of India. And here we are into the land of dawn, into the Mythic Showdown. Casters, please take on the game.
Go,
Well,
let's go.
thank you, Ash, for being there. And this is the final game. And one thing which I really want to say, Peachy, I think this is going to be a rinse and repeat of the previous game. Jazz once again has picked up something which loves diving behind the scenes. Last game, it was our Blue. This game, okay, I got in a really low HP, and this is what I was saying. Yamraj, his mid lane is something else. The shots coming in from the Novaria, whether it be, knowledge of how to utilize the early game potential. But right now, I think Jazz might be in a precarious positioning. The entire team is right there. The heals are coming in. The yin yang combo right there. The first blood will be taking down the rest of the team coming in from behind the scenes. The flicker on the fist crack. Actually, at the same time, Yamraj manages to flicker it away. What was that? A third sense? Meanwhile, just look at the initiations happening, and it will be Baksha who will be taken down. Oh my god, special grade on the rampage right now. Luke is already level 4. The turtle is quite far away, so they will be back in no time. But the early game lead, even though there is so much early game potential in the hands of Team Dakusena, special grade not backing off at all. Meanwhile, we do see Lucas in a really low health. Just taken down, sandwiched between two people, Baksha, showing how good he is in the early.
Okay, look at them, look at them. They are just playing it quite aggressively, while Special Grade are the ones with another early game potential. They do have the yin and yang combo to get it on, and you just seen how they made use of that. But at the same time, that Kusena, the power spike would be around from the mid game to the late game. So early game, if they don't take the fight, it's going to be proven beneficial for them. But Kashi, as usual, no contest for the Lord. They sorry for the turtle. They take it away now. It depends on the Luoyi's teleportation as well. One of my favorite heroes, and I want to see how they will be capitalizing it.
Of course, who cannot like Louis, one of the most mommy characters in the game, along with Valentina. He has two mommies together, but they do not know Chip is hiding right there. He has seen them. They're preparing for a diversion. No one knows where anyone is going. That was quite okay. Okay, I think Harry does know that something is happening right there. Baksha coming in with the CC's coming in, the yin yang combos, and damage coming in from a Lucas trying to dissuade them, trying to disorganize the heals from Florin. The AOTG dropping down, and Carry will be taken down along with the Florin. And with that, Team Special Grade has to move away. The Louis yin yang combo just tettering them for a while, but that was something else, PG, right there. High
Do
touch is saving the day.
Yeah, they did get the escape on, which is a good sign from them. But I thought so. The chip, though, the chip is going to be a problem. They did make a force pick on the Louis just because of the chip. Understandable, but the Louis is on fire. Is going ham onto there. But oh, wait a minute.
That was quite unfortunate right there. Carry will be next on the chopping block, and once again, Dakusina showing how good they are. And okay, the diversion was supposed to be near the a bush, but unfortunately, the thing just got revealed. Meanwhile, Badang having the best time of his life against a Jazz. Of course, he doesn't. Both of them doesn't have enough damage. He will be going in for the tankies. Right there, Jazz providing some vision, and the next turtle of the game coming up. Meanwhile, Badang is trying to push, and in the bot lane, Harith, of course, taking advantage of the early and the range he has.
Let's see, Turtle being in the contest. They come in. There's a Lucas as well. Shortcut at the back lane. AOG does drops in at the right moment, but the Lucas is absolutely trying to do its best. But no, it will be the Yamaraj who does get a kill right there. So, oh, Samson Galaxy just leaving away in just a sliver of HP. Gutted Kacha almost got it, but did you just see Kayashi? He did make a early rotation to the board, not an early but a quick rotation, which is a good sign that they don't want to see the carry farmed up.
PG, I was thinking that the Lucas might be taken down. He was in a really low HP, and Kadut Kacha was waiting for that vengeance because he knew he would use that beam onto him. But right now, Jazz might be in a tight situation. Luke is going in for that kill. Of course, there is no escape. There is no escape unless Jazz uses up the AOTG, but it is on the CD right there and a kill for him right there. Meanwhile, Carrie playing it safe, and she should be doing that. Like she has one death, but she's gradually farming up. And just look at Baksha though already with so much gold onto his hands. Valentina not far behind already with TNT here. And finally, it is Haitatsu picking up on with the um,
Talking about the itemizations, I really like the little fury hammer working for him, but they need to get the first item for the look as Aman first drop. That means the show is on. Haitatsu trying to give some damage, but he does makes a shortcut play trying to make it out, but no, Funny Valentine does get a kill right there. Haitatsu as well, the healer is down. That means team the special grade cannot do anything. The damage is still there. There's a stun coming up for this look as Hayashi picks up the kill. There's a reason why Dakusena left the Florian open just because of this Bakshia pick.
maybe because they are quite tanky right now, and Dakusena in the gold lead, 5k gold lead, okay, 5k gold lead onto the hands, doing an amazing job. The macro also looks to be into their hands. Meanwhile, Team Special Grade isn't backing down. They're playing it safe right now. They're playing it around carry, and Loi doing a good job with those yin yang combos. Then again, they really need to, be aware of the Haitatsu. I mean, just look at his positioning once again. Diversion all alone, Loi. Okay. The rest of the team also coming in for the backup. And Funny Valentine has to move away. Lucas from behind the scenes trying to take down him, taking down behind in the turret. Meanwhile, look at the Badang with that kill, and it will be a shutdown as Haitatsu will be taken down. Meanwhile, Funny Valentine taking down onto the Lucas. Damage coming in. Here is the heal coming in, plus a double kill for Funny Valentine right there. Might be a triple for him. Okay, it is. Yamraj as well as Jazz who will be grabbing on to the last two kills. Four people down. Carrie's the only one remaining. Baksha has a lot of speed, might manage to stun her down. But yes, he does. Looks for that engage. Might carry in a tight situation, doesn't have enough damage. Baksha with a lot of, you know, weapons right there. So yes, they need to back off as they will be losing the first tier, which is really essential for them. Meanwhile, Jazz tight situation will be taken down, and with that, pretty good section still for the S.
Oh my, what a game going down. Dakusena, they just wants to take as much as gold onto their hands. Talking about the itemization as well, the blade of armor is really, really hurting. Lucas as well as Sanson. But let's see. Funny Valentine very close taking the Holy Crystal. He does have his main items in just few minutes. If he gets it on, it's going to be absolute blast. But as of now, the Lord might be in contest. They are scouting every single bush so that they won't get surprised by this Loe. But I do see them, gathering it up. Look at them, look at them. They know how to scout every single bush by being safe.
And definitely, and I'm impressed once again by the Valentina doing a great job. And Haitatsu, of course, with the fleeting time already can use those shortcuts again and again. So special grade needs to be careful around it. Meanwhile, Lucas, he did an amazing job there, going behind, using those flanks, trying to take Funny Valentine down, but he kind of underestimated the damage coming from him. Even used up, took a lot of damage from the turret. So needs to make sure that Funny Valentine isn't uh, not given more gold because he doesn't have even a single death right now. And special grade, not in a position to contest for the Lord. The macro and micro into the hand chip, the shortcut coming in once again, and the damage coming in from the Harith is insane as Bengali Bhai will be taken down. Meanwhile, Kiashi taking a lot of damage trying to provide the front lane. Lucas along with a fist crack, but it is Jazz who is stuck up, and that's not something you really want. They're trying to do their best, but Harith as well as the Valentina is so far away from the grasp. Just a rinse and repeat of the previous game where you cannot take down the squishies. And if you cannot take down the squishies, it is not in your position to take him down. Okay, what was that? Igor being taken down right there. What was that?
Oh my, oh my. Special grade are not being able to come out of their nexus. Look at that. Haitatsu waiting a shortcut already coming in. Funny Valentine jumps in with the Zaman Force. The bloom is there, but default not being able to take that much damage will be falling down. They know they can play kind of on a re-engage, talking about how they are trying to take on the resources that they just depleted. Let's see. Let's for the Lord. As for the Lord, Gatukacha is there so that the Lord won't be taken down as easily as it is for the carry to take it down easily. The shield will be, the holy shield will be blown off. Look at them. They will be forcing it as much as possible. They know that the Florian doesn't have the heal, so they can go in just as go makes AOG plays. Amalfo's drop. Sanson would be melted down, and he is back again. But funny Valentine onto that. The Valentine as well. Oh, that's Yamaraja, my bad. But hey, wait a minute. But I'm with the perfect setup. The Haitatsu will be trapped under there, but double kill picked up by Samsung Galaxy. They are trying to get a kind of a comeback. Kayashi though trying to get it on, but wait a minute. Where did they teleport? Yamaraja trying to go in, and now that's a maniac for Samsung Galaxy. Not the brand, okay? It's the player.
Oh, but the still throw for the side of Dakusena, an easy push if they decide to just go in for that. But even the Lord is pretty far away. That was a pretty bold of Dakusena to just go all in inside the turret, beside the turret, and Valentina was looking for some maybe some winter crown as well as the immortality plays, but unfortunately it was too late. And with that, the goal lead, which was in the hands, it is still in the hands of DS, but still couple of shutdowns and only 4K goal lead behind special grade right now. And this is what they really need to do. Make sure that they are defending it, playing it safe, and of course, Luke is doing what he's best at right now. Although he doesn't have a Thunder Belt, but his damage is good. He does have that Radiance, so he is actually soaking up a lot of damage right there. And Parry finally with the Trinity will be able to do some damage right there, but then again, they really, like I said before, Harriet can just one shot her down. Someone needs to hold back the Harriet.
Oh ho ho! That maniac was really mesmerizing, and I'm still not over that maniac. But even though taking it down, they are not able to take it. Oh, Kashi does spot the Louis Alt. He's just there to make sure that they won't be coming in. But the shortcut is there. The Samsung Galaxy picks up the retribution. The Lord is there.
Oh,
Yamraj would be melted down. He would is in the back lines, but the Lucas ultimate, but not being able to do that. Jazz comes in with a AOG. Doesn't connect there very well, but they still make sure that Sanson survives. Oh, wait a minute, still dealing damage. Kayashi looking quite low onto the backline. There is a Gato Kacha with the
what?
vengeance not being able to do that, and the Lord is quite quickly in. Look at that.
What was that? That was a beautiful exchange, a shortcut for a diversion, and Lucas being unstoppable ever since he's gotten that magical defense for himself. He's doing an amazing job. I think Special Grade has finally realized they need to stick together and they need to retreat while they're still on the offensive. And when everything is baited away by the Lucas, they just go ahead and be on the onslaught. And of course, the Badang and Lucas combo is actually insane. They're finally showing up the team comp they have. And right now they managed to grab onto the lot, but then again DS is still, finally in a situation where they can still defend it. Will be losing a couple of turrets, but it doesn't matter. It is already the mid game, 30 minutes into the game. Finally Valentina with the Holy Crystal and the Molten Essence has been upgraded by Baksha. So a bit more of sustain coming from his side. So I think rushing a Twilight armor for Baksha could also be good because Gary finally with that Trinity is doing a lot of damage for him. I mean, just look at him. He has the Guardian helmet, but making a Twilight could actually make the difference right there. And Florin finally with the fleeting time, no wonder there is so much heals coming from their side. The anti heals are there, but how much can you do when that ultimate pops up?
Now let's see. Let's see. Sanson though. My God, he's on 11,000 gold. A little bit ahead of. Okay, not ahead of Harriet though. Harriet almost closing down to 13,000, that's a lot. And I feel like that maniac really pulled up a lot of gold into the hands of Lucas as well. He is thriving, he is getting those scores on. So let's see. For as of now, Dakusina are very well aware that they cannot let the Lucas inside the Lord area pit. If they do, it's going to be his retribution. So to avoid that, the next Lord, I want to see them taking down the Lucas. But for special grade, they need to take down the Funny Valentine. That's all they can actually get it. But wait a minute, Louis with the diversion, they did not get caught on. Gator Kacha all alone. This is waiting. They'll wait. Oh, no way, no way.
Uh,
They got spotted on.
well, now special grade is moving together, and that was a diversion just to check the bush because the Haitatsu might be anywhere. There's so much option. Sometimes he's in the top, sometimes he's in the board, and even special grade knows that carry needs to be saved. So Padang and Roy always work together with them. And Padang just looking forward, looking for some exchanges, looking for some um, vision right there. And this is a pretty hefty Lord. Finally up. Both the teams might start that Lord dance around the Lord as both of them are gathering up. And Hitatsu still waiting for some chances. He's just looking for that portal in the top lane, grabbing, trying to, okay, the diversion coming in, but Harith has spotted it away. From behind the scenes, the Valentina's damage is too much. The flicker has been forced up. And with that, the yin yang double combos coming in. Lucas with a lot of damage. The heals from Florin is actually saving them behind the scenes. It is special grid in a really low HP. Lucas trades it off. Meanwhile, it will be Igor who will be taking down Jazz. Takes them down, and with that, carry will also be finally onto that topping list right there. A two for a two exchange, but I think it's definitely DS on the upper hand right now. Lucas trying to Tina trying to do something with Kenna Lucas, and I Patang do because even Florin has been taken away. An easy lot for DS. Looking for some exchanges in the top lane right there, but it is not enough. Aksha is pretty tanky. The rest of the team coming in for the help. They just left the Lord. No way.
Damn, what a match going down. 16 minutes, it feels like 30 minutes have already passed. For me, look at them. They are not allowing the Lucas to jump in at the same time. They want to
Oh,
take it on. A very Akashi looking quite low. That's the Lucas with the perfect setup, but the default will be the first one to fall down. Lucas also looking quite low. Gives away the blast, but no.
no.
Yamraj on the point. He
Oh,
takes it down. Luke, wait a minute. Sanson does get the kill, but he's looking quite low. The Jazz is all alone. AOG dropped in. Does get the stun on the
no.
Rosewell Meteor. Won't be saving it. And Funny Valentine picks it up. Look at them. They know they can push it down. It's only the Florin who cannot deal any damage to clear up the lane. They are joining in. They want to take down as much as turrets onto the hand, but oh, there's a pool of minions onto the bot lane. The it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The base is all open, and there we go. End.
What a match! What an exciting match! To and fro, to and fro. And that final exchange over there, the Padang with that flicker pitching near that Lord. I thought that Kyashi will be taken down, but what a support coming. Like, even though he was in such a low HP, the support actually saved him up. And with that the diversion was pretty on point. I really thought that, Roy as well as our Gary will be able to do something because everyone had baited, used up everything. But then Jazz doing his magic in all three of the games, locking down the marksman, like not giving even a room to breathe to Sans.
Shit,
Yep,
And
what a game. And Ash, you're back with us. Hello,
yep,
Ash.
yep.
How are you
Right
feeling?
now, yeah, I'm feeling. I mean, I'm feeling. I can feel my goosebumps right now seeing this match. This match was totally insane. Both these sides was trying their best, and you cannot say it was just a match for Dakusena. They dominated. No, I mean the Lord, that second Lord being taken down by Lucas, the retrieve was totally great. I mean, same thing they want to try again, but this time it was all Zaz and Funny Valentine over there. They managed to take them out, and as we have mentioned that there was a law. I mean, so much hopes from Louis and Carrie. We all have, but it doesn't give that thing. But look at the team fight participation. All of them are in the team fight from the side of special grade, as well as if you want to see some magic from the Harith again, that is a 74% team fight participation as well as 79% push rate. This is what you want from a MM. I mean, he is not only split pushing, He's also doing the same thing when team fight is getting on. I mean, he's like the goal lane version of Choco Chan. I think so. And it was totally dramatic gameplay from both these sides. But then we have one winner, so it's that is team special grade. Sorry, not special grade. It's team Dakusena who just take on